First and foremost, before I get started with this lesson, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Ruach double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well and have taught me this truth, peace, and salutations unto the hopeful elect. And that's your brother Debar Kabash coming back at you from the GMS Charlotte, North Carolina camp with a quick lesson to edify through the Ruach Wadash. And Lord's willing, this lesson here will be edifying to someone. All right, and I may entitle this lesson here, Yahawashi is definitely coming back here to establish his kingdom on earth, man. Yahawashi is coming back to establish his kingdom on earth. Because as you see, the basis of man, he's ruling today, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, right? He's ruling this place, and scriptures say that when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. This is why you go on platforms like this is why you go on platforms like Twitter. I believe it's called X now. And Instagram and what's the other one? People, TikTok, constantly seeing videos of people, complaining and crying about, how they can't pay their bills, and things like that. The vibration that he's pushing out here is a lot of people who are in the spirit of the so-called nigger woman, and, this place here is absolutely done. The trash, or not the trash, but, the food is completely defiled. The air quality is horrible. Everything about this place is through, man. The mirth of the land is completely gone. Showing you that we are at the end, right, of this devil's rulership, man. Right? And, when you go into the book, and Lord's will, I'm going to go into it, the book of Daniel, the second chapter, right? Daniel was able to interpret a dream that Nebuchadnezzar II, had, man. And now we are in the time, right, of that iron and part clay, So, as you see here, this place here is absolutely done. And Yahawashi can't come back faster enough, man. You see? So, Lord's willing, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in there. I don't want to keep this lesson long. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, and I'll start around, let me see here. I'll start around verse 24, and the subtitle reads, Daniel interprets the dream. And Daniel was able to interpret this dream here because first and foremost, he was an Israelite that came from the tribe of Judah, which consists of what? The 12 tribes, man. You see, the top tribe is Judah, then you have Benjamin, you have Levi, you have Simeon, you have Zebulun, you have Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and I want to say Issachar, man. The northern and the southern kingdom, right, who the Lord is dealing with and no one else. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and read it. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 24, right? I'm going to read it in the NLT, and it says, Then Daniel went to see Arioch, whom the king had ordered to execute the wise men of Babylon. Daniel said unto him, Don't kill the wise men. Take me to the king, and I will tell him the meaning of his dream. You see that? And this was during the time of the Babylonian Empire, man. You see? And I want to say this devil here, Nebuchadnezzar, he ruled from the time, right, of 605 BC, all the way up to the time of his death, which was 562 BC, man. You see? And during this time, Nebuchadnezzar had a dream. Anyway, let's keep reading here. Verse 25, Daniel chapter 2, verse 25 in the NLT, and it reads, Arioch quickly took Daniel to the king and said, I have found one of the captains from Judah, who will tell the king the meaning of the dream. You see? The king said unto Daniel, also known as Belshazzar, is this true? Can you tell me what my dream was and what it means? Daniel replied, there are no wise men, enchanters, magicians, or fortune tellers who can reveal the king's secrets. You see that? Because, these individuals, they weren't Israelites, man. Right? The scriptures say that the Lord, he revealeth his secrets unto who? The servants, the prophets. Matter of fact, I'm going to grab that. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 7. It reads, surely the Lord our power, Yahweh, will do nothing but he revealeth his secrets unto who? His servants, the prophets. You see, so this is why Daniel was able to interpret a dream that he had. Right? And, this happened, way back then. You see, and as you see, I'm going to show you that we are in the time of this devil's end, man. More and more chariot sightings, more and more talks of World War III, more and more talks of Jacob's trouble, all of that, man. See, more and more talks of these things showing you that we are at the end. Anyway, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 2. And I'm going to jump down here to, I'll jump down here to verse 28. And I'm going to read it in the KJV. And it reads, but there is a power in heaven, which is Yahweh, that revealeth the secrets and maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the what? Latter days. You see? The dream and the visions of thy head upon the bed are these. As for thee, O king, thy thoughts came unto thy mind upon the bed, which should come to pass hereafter. And he that revealeth secrets maketh known to thee, right? Maketh known to thee what shall come to pass. You see, and we're showing you, brothers and you sisters, the things that are going to come to pass, man. All right, Yahawashi is getting ready to establish his kingdom right here and knock this devil here out of his rulership. You see, referring to the book of, what's that, 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9, says that Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, and Jacob represents Israel. You see, verse 30, but as for me, the secret is not revealed to me for any wisdom that I have more than any living, but for their sake, which shall make known the interpretation of the king, and that thou mightest know the thoughts of thy heart. You see? Going back to your mind. Verse 31. Thou, O king, sawest and behold a great image. This image, right, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. You see that? So Daniel was describing, right, this great statue, man. And this great statue he saw, right, was the first beast. You see? Anyway, verse 32, this image's head, right, was of fine gold, right? Going back to who? The Babylonian Empire, man. His breast and his arms of silver. You see that? Going back to the Persian Empire. You see? Continuing on. And his belly and his thigh of brass. You see? And that's going to the Greeks, man. See? And these kingdoms, they were all here and they're gone now. Anyway, verse 33, his legs of iron. You see that? Going into what? The Roman Empire. Right? And today we are living in the revised Roman Empire, man. You see that? Anyway, continuing on. And his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part clay. You see that? Going to what? The NATO and the EU. These times that we're living in, man. You see? Anyway, verse 34, and it reads, thou sawest till that a stone was cut without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and break them in pieces. You see that? And that stone that was cut without hands is talking about what? Yahawashi. When he comes back here and destroy this place. So like I say, Yahawashi is definitely on his way back, man. Right? To set up his kingdom right here on earth, man. right? And to knock Esau, Edom, out of his place, because according to the scriptures, these devils here are going into hardcore slavery. You can believe it or not, it is what it is, man. See? Daniel chapter 2, verse 35. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken in pieces together and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floor. You see, so again, right, Yahawashi is getting ready to come back here and pretty much do away with all of this crap, man. As a matter of fact, when you read the book of Psalm, 110, it talks about how Yahawashi is coming back here to how he will strike through kings in the day of his wrath, man. Right? So when Yahawashi comes back, you Edomites are completely finished. Anyway, continuing on, Daniel chapter 2, verse 35, and the latter. And the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them, and the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. Going to what? The kingdom, man. So, like I said, this was supposed to have been a real quick lesson through the spirit, power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi. Right? I hope this lesson here was edifying to someone. Yahawashi is definitely on his way back, man. I want to say a couple years ago, NASA picked up a great image, of a large ship, man. You can look this up yourself, of a large ship on its way back, to planet Earth, man. And I want to say it was 20 to 30 size the times, of Earth. So brothers, just hold on. You few sisters out there, just hold on, because again, Yahawashi is definitely on his way back. You see that? To knock Esau out of his rulership, man. You see? So, like I said, just something real quick through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi. Until the next time, I say, Shalom.